What's going on, everyone? So I want to talk about Zion Williamson and a potential Los Angeles Lakers trade. Now, I want to start by a couple things. One, don't necessarily think that the Lakers should go target Zion Williamson. I don't necessarily think that they need a Zion Williamson. He's got a lot of stuff he's got to figure out, right? On the court, off the court, personal life, all of it, right? I mean, he's already got new accusations and all kind of stuff going on with his life. Guy hasn't been able to stay healthy, questions about his conditioning and whatnot. Right? And I do think a big part of it, I do think he needs a big change of scenery. I think he needs a place with a little more structure, a little more culture. Right? You look at a team like the Lakers, got LeBron James, who can kind of get him right, get him on track. Got a JJ Redick, who's not gonna, tolerate any nonsense or anything like that. You got the stability that the Lakers organization could have. You have the training staff and all that to kind of get him right physically on the basketball court. In theory, look, Zion Williamson is an incredible talent. And the fact that that's not an immediate, we should go get Zion Williamson, and I have to start the video with, hey, I don't think that the Lakers should necessarily do it. I don't think it's something that should target. But, hey, Pelicans have everyone available, and Zion Williamson, is it worth kind of exploring? The fact that I even have to have that conversation tells you everything you need to know. But he's a guy that has top 5 talent written all over. When he's on the basketball court, that guy is insane. That guy's like a 26, 8-8 guy, right? It is just one of the most dominant players we have seen in the league. Right? The guy is just everything. And could you imagine having Zion Williamson, who is still 24 years old, by the way? He'll be 25 in a couple days, right? Talk about a guy who's 25 years old. Him and Luka, could you imagine those two for the next 8 years or whatever? Would be terrifying. Good luck. You want to talk about having an outlet lob threat, right? Zion is all of that plus then some. And he's had some success playing the 3 now, right? So he has that versatility. He was really good actually playing the 3 for the Pelicans. They were doing some experimentation with Zion at the 3. But because he's just so fast, strong, physical, he was doing great. Knocking down the 3 ball with some consistency and defending out on the perimeter and all that stuff. Zion in concept makes all the sense in the world. Zion in theory would be an incredible co-star alongside Luka Doncic. But again, he can't stay healthy. He can't keep himself, conditioned and well-trained. And he's got a lot off the court, right? And however, again, talking about the Zion experiment, right? There are a couple things that you could argue about, right? One, he might come dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. Because the Pelicans are probably not going to get real value for him. And now, again, because of all the stuff that's going on off the court and all that stuff that he's going to have to deal with, the Pelicans really want to deal with that. How many teams want to take that on? Right? But he's also on a non-guarantee the rest of his deal. So at any point, you can just cut the cord and move on and be done, and you're in great shape. Right? Clear off a bunch of salary. It doesn't work. You can't stay healthy or whatever. You can get off. Right? It would definitely be a risk. But the upside potential and the risk versus reward, I do feel is kind of tough to pass up. Again, if you can get him reasonable. Right? If you have to sell the farm to go get him, I'd probably stay away from that. But if you can get him pretty reasonably, he's on a reasonable contract given the talent level that he has. If you pull it off and you make that trade and you land him and he figures it out, you would look like geniuses, right? You look like, man, Lakers did it again. How do they keep doing this? How does this keep happening? And look, the Lakers are an organization that have always done that, right? They're the team that will go and take the flyer on the superstar and go get the name and figure it out, right? And I do think that they have the stability. I think that they have the structure. I think they have the organization and whatnot to kind of get him right and get the ship right, right? And if you can, again, dude, there's no denying the guy's talent. The guy is incredibly talented. And now to have him and Luka for the next, again, 8 years, that would be a terrifying duo for opposing teams. But it's just, can you get him focused? Can you get him right on the basketball court? Because if you can, again, I mean, you could have 2 top 5 talents in the league. the guy is an absolute force when he's focusing on the basketball court, right? And so, I don't know. Again, to me, it boils down to what is the cost, right? Like if you can get him, if the Pelicans are essentially, we just want to get out of the Zion business, right? Everyone's available. We're looking at, we just kind of want to move on. We want to get something for him, right? If you told me you essentially just match salaries, gave up a first and maybe Dalton Connect to go get him, it'd be kind of hard to say no to that, right? Like, be kind of hard to be like, yeah, no, hard pass, right? Like, just again, like, because if it works, it's just like there is a path where you're hoisting multiple Larry O'Briens with Luka and Zion being the Zion Williamson he could be, right? A guy that can defend, shoot, score anywhere on the basketball court, be an absolute monster and force on the inside. It is again, and now he's shown the ability to play the three. Like, man, it's tough because again, there is a big part of me that's like, man, if you're the Lakers, do whatever you have to go get him. Then there's a big part of me that's like, the juice might not be worth the squeeze. The headache might be too much to really deal with, right? But to me, it's just like just like a pure basketball standpoint, right? Because again, there's a basketball channel. Whatever he's got going on in his life, he's gonna have to figure out, right? But the Lakers, again, like, he doesn't want to be in New Orleans, right? He's like that. That's the worst kept secret in all of basketball. He wants to be in a big market. He wanted to be in New York or LA or something. Maybe if he I know some people look at it like, oh, if he goes to LA, like that would be worse for him and whatnot. It might not be, right? Like, because he's finally in a place where he wants to be. Yes, he'd have more temptation, but like, it's one thing when it's readily available everywhere. It's another thing when you actually have to like go get it, right? Like it's just, and again, like it might that if he fails in LA, it's probably it for his career, right? So I think that there's motivation, and again, he'd have the culture around him, and JJ Redick, LeBron James, right? The coaching staff, Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, like the Lakers organization. It's a lot different when you're playing in a Lakers jersey, right? Alongside LeBron and Luka, and you got JJ Redick as your head coach. Another thing when you're playing with the Pelicans. Again, nothing against the Pelicans, but it's just like, again, like he doesn't want to be there. So him going to LA might actually help him be like, okay, I get to go to a place that I want to go to. I'm in an organization that wants to win, that's trying to do whatever, right? I get to play alongside Luka for the next 10 years. Let me get my act together, right? You'd be surprised how people can change, right? When they get to go to a place and they're in a better environment and whatnot. But anyway, as far as like what he provides, right? Again, he's a guy this past season gave you 25, 7, and 5. But there's obviously the biggest questions is his health. Right, the guy the most games he's ever played for his career was 70 games in a season. And that was actually last season, not this past season, the previous season, right? If he could give you 70 games a year, that'd be beautiful. But as long as, like, if he's just giving you the 65 games a season, which is basically the threshold, it's why, like, the average, right? If he could just give you that, that's fine, right? I don't necessarily need, obviously, I'd love him to play 82 games, but he doesn't have to necessarily play 82 games. If he could just give us, 65 games a year, that'd be great. But look at this past year. 30 games played, 30 games started, 28.6 minutes per game, which was the second fewest of his career, by the way. 16.9 field goal attempts per game, shot 56.7% from the floor. 3-point range, shot 23%. He is a career 33% guy. He did have a season in which he shot 37%. He's only a half an attempt a game for his career, but he's shown the ability. Like I said, he actually had a pretty good stretch towards the end of the season before they decided to shut him down. But 2-point range, 16.5 attempts, 57.6% from the field, 57% EFG, 65.6% from the foul line on 8 attempts. He is a career 70 or 69% free throw shooter. Rebounds, 7.2 rebounds, including 4.7 defensive, 2.5 offensive rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals, a block, and 25 points per game. He is a career 25, 6, and 5 guy with a steal and a block per game. It's a guy that, again, can give you basically everything out there on the basketball court. Give you the defense, give you the athleticism, give you the hustle plays, give you the dirty work, can score the basketball. I mean, imagine him playing alongside Luka and having the lob threat. Maybe those two can get together and condition together and whatnot. Again, I'd probably stay away from him if I was the Lakers. I'd probably just I just think that the Lakers have so many needs that they need to address. Just focus on that. You have LeBron and Luka as your star. Trust that when LeBron retires, that another star will come, right? Like, it's one of those things. If you build it, they will come type thing. I think if you're the Lakers, it's probably the best route and approach. But, like, if you told me the Lakers traded for Zion this offseason, I probably wouldn't be that upset. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, what are the Lakers? I can't believe the Lakers did that. I'd probably be like, let's go, right? Like hopefully he gets it together. Right? And part of that obviously is like everybody that's on the Lakers I want to be great. But even beyond that, I just think that he's a guy that just the sky's the limit for him, man. Like, the guy is an insane talent. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.